Yo. Welcome back to Tremonte and Friends Boxing. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to get right into it. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez was it's almost like a fantasy fight. It's a dream fight. Two guys who are in their prime. Two guys who have a different skill set. Two guys who will come in there to actually win the fight. And two guys who are not scared of each other. The fight was being rumored to happen for like a couple of months after Shakur fought Zepeda. He put on a great performance. I don't even think that was 100% Shakur either. And Teofimo, he is in and out with, how he acts and his behavior. And I just didn't foresee this happening. And to see a fight between two of the greater fighters of our time, this is going to be a great fight. It's scheduled to happen January 2026. Looks like there's going to be a good undercard. I'll touch on that when that's official. Just off the top of my head, I think Shakur is going to win. However, Teofimo will cause him some issues throughout the fight. Shakur will not stop Teofimo. There's a possibility that Teofimo could knock Shakur down, though. I know if Shakur ever seen this video, he would probably think that's blasphemy to say. But I'm trying to be objective as possible because Teofimo has the power, and he already fights at 140. Shakur has never fought at 140, which is not too far from 135. But Teofimo's the more athletic fighter. Shakur is the more inclined boxing mind. A boxing mind like Shakur, you're probably not going to see that for a very long time. The last person I seen with an IQ like that was Floyd. And that's high praise. Coming from me, I've watched boxing for a while, for as long as I can remember. Everyone knows to the extent of Floyd's intelligence in the ring. Shakur has the same type of intelligence. I'm not going to say it's on Floyd Mayweather's level, but it's very similar. He knows what he's doing. He knows where he's at in the ring at all times. And he knows what the other opponent isn't doing. He knows how to break you down. He knows when to be patient. He knows when to take time off. Shakur knows when to be aggressive. He knows distance probably better than anybody in boxing today. And that's going to be very hard for Teofimo to break into because although Teofimo is probably more athletic, he might be faster than Shakur. They might be equally fast. Shakur has a better defense. Teofimo is more aggressive on offense. He takes more risks. All that means is if you're taking risks against Shakur, you're going to miss a lot. And that might frustrate Teofimo. But if Teofimo comes in 100% not playing versus Shakur, I still have Shakur edging the fight, but it could get sticky. It could get very interesting for Shakur. Because Teofimo, people forget because he clowns around all the time. He's only lost one time to Kambosos. He beat Loma. He beat Jermaine Ortiz. He's beaten a handful of people. His resume is not better than Shakur's, but Teofimo can fight, man. I don't think he's going to come playing around in this fight. And if he doesn't play around, there's a chance that he could clip Shakur Stevenson. The thing is, Shakur will probably respond better to being clipped or knocked down than Teofimo will respond to missing a lot of punches. You know what happens when boxers... One of two things happens when a fighter is trying to hit a defensive fighter and he can't hit him. He either stops throwing punches out of fear of being countered, or he gets overly aggressive and just starts throwing a barrage of punches, which could get him knocked down or knocked out. With Teofimo, is no telling, but he's never struck me as somebody who's just going to go in there and lay down. He might have like a lackluster performance, but he wants to come in there and fight. And Shakur is going to, at 140, Shakur is going to have to fight. So I'm interested to see. That's my early prediction. I think Shakur is going to win probably 8 rounds to 4. I think he'll win the fight comfortably. If they're both at their peak, tip-top shape, no injuries, nothing, Shakur will beat Teofimo. He'll beat him. But it'll be a great fight, though. I don't see Teofimo just being dominated and shut out, but I do see him losing the fight. But I knockdown is possible. Teofimo could knock down Shakur. But we'll see. I'm glad they're fighting. I'm glad Turkey's giving us these fights. I don't really touch on people's like the international political affiliation and all that stuff because that's separate. That's for another conversation. I want to talk about the fights. I'm glad we're getting these fights. So this might be a sign of greater fights to come. But Teofimo should come out and he'll do a great accounting for himself in the fight. No one's going to take anything away from him if he loses. But I think Shakur is just a level above him and everybody else in his weight class. So nonetheless, we'll see what happens. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll get with you soon. Peace.